that, and we felt that this has to be definitely known to the teachers. And just like the way every month we keep conducting workshops, we keep conducting free demonstrations, and we don't talk too much of marketing or sales during that. You have station rotation, you have something called a flipped classroom, you would have heard about it. So that's all with respect to all these things, teachers. That's what we are going to talk about today. The first and the most important today that we are going to introduce you all to is Google certification examinations. Let me actually talk about that first features, and then probably right after that I'll be able to guide you with all the other things. Google for Education has got various different tools. Do you know what I'm talking about? Have you ever come across this mail ID called as, say for example, Shanta at the rate agarwalvidyalaya.com, Vaishali at the rate someschool.com. I mean, the name of the school comes over there, like Vasu at the rate superteacher.in. Heard about it? So at the end, everything that comes at the rate Cape Ban, now that's called as buying a domain. Now, this domain can be purchased by various different organizations using various different methodologies. Google also does that for schools. In case if any school wants to buy, a complete suite. Now, a suite or suite, whatever it's called as, it's actually a package with which you can run a school without any dependency on any other external software. So this G Suite for Education comprises of lot of softwares internally. So some of the most common is Google Classroom. I hope everyone is, knowing about it. If not, you can just make a note of it. Trust me, once you start learning about all these things, you'll get a better picture of it. Then you have something called as G Suite for Education, where you have editing tools like Google Documents, Google Sheets, you have Google Forms, then you have Google Slides, then you have Google Drawings. Let me repeat it again, the 5 of them. You have something called as Google Sheets, you have Google Documents, you have Google Forms, you have Google Slides, then you have Google Drawings. Is that all? Is that all? No. You have something called as Google Flowchart. Heard about it? You have got something called as Google Jamboard. Heard about it? You have something called as Google Calendar. Heard about it? You have got something called as Google Meet. Heard about it? You have something related to mind maps as well right now. You know that? So Google has come up with all the necessary tools that's required by a teacher to conduct an effective classroom right now. For the first time, anyone out there can start a school without a school building. We've been talking about this for quite some time. Now, Google has prepared a fantastic course on this with which you can write an examination which consists of 3 hours. I think this is something very important that you have been waiting to listen to. This examination happens by Google. This 3 hours exam would consist of certain scenarios. Now, these scenarios will be like, it'll ask you a question. Say, for example, we have Geeta Lakshmi ma'am, you have a class strength of 40 students. You want to assign homework to all these students at a time. How will you do that? So that's how the question is going to be. Now, this particular question can have multiple different answers. And we can't say that one answer is right or one answer is wrong. The right methodology is given the best marks. Yes, when I call about marks, you have this exam for 3 hours, which has got 100 percentile. And in this 100 percentage, you have to score 80 plus. That's the passing mark. It's not 35 like in my days. It was a blessing. 36 used to be, wow, I just passed. You know, this beautiful thing about passing, the happiness of a boy who scored 36 out of 100 and 100 out of 100 is same. Have you ever thought about it? I mean, no. So that's how the happiness is quantified. Well, the point here is, with respect to Google for Education, the passing mark is 80, and this particular exam can be attempted only 3 times in 1 year. I'll tell something about it. The first time when you write this exam, and unfortunately, if we don't happen to pass this exam, then we have to wait for 2 weeks to apply for the same exam. That's the first thing. Second time also, like if you're like me and not so, I'm quite lazy or lethargic. And second attempt also by mistake, I just lost by 1 mark, not even 0.2, 79.8. Then I'm not eligible to write the same exam for 2 months. First it was 14 days, now it is 60 days. And the last attempt is like Google will give up. So say nahi ho paega. It's like you can't do this karke. It'll be like practice for 1 more year and then come back. So third time, if we actually fail to pass that exam, then it's like 365 days of gap, and only then you get the certification. And you know what the best part of Google certification? This exam is quite complicated, and that's why it's best. It's not about something that you have to learn and immediately replicate whatever you have learned. No, that's not the way it actually works. It's completely scenario based, more on your analytical thinking skills. And the best part is, once you get the certification of level 1, that goes only for 3 years. Let me repeat it. That certification is valid only for 3 continuous years. That means right after 3 years, you have to attempt the same exam again to keep upgrading yourself. That is with respect to Google. Now, if you ask me, what do they ask in 3 hours of examinations? So they've got 20 multiple choice questions and 11 scenarios. I'm pretty sure some of the teachers who are interested in Google certification or Microsoft certification, you would have definitely heard about all these things. And this demo we have specifically designed for the people right now, because it's already been 6 months since the lockdown, since the day you started using computer for the first time in your life.
My name is Lance Teesling. I'm in middle school in Eagle Grove, Iowa. Eagle Grove is not a very tall place. It's actually very flat. This is the tallest building on Main Street. It is about 50 feet tall. When I grew up, I wanted to be an architect and design skyscrapers. Yesterday at school, we went on a class trip, but this was not a normal trip with buses. This was something very different. The very first expedition we went on was to the Burj Khalifa.
Go ahead and grab 2 hands and put them up to your face.
It's so tall!
Okay, we're going to go to the 153rd floor.
Yes, so that was Google Expeditions right now. I would like to request all the teachers to make a note of this Google Expeditions, and you can start downloading this mobile application. It's there on mobile app as well, and you can use it on desktop as well, but it is made for usage on mobile phones. So please try to download it. I would say it belongs to. If I talk about pressure in Google Expedition, it's going to give me examples of rivers and oceans, because rivers and oceans are going to talk about tides and water and whatnot. Now, when this is going to get combined, 2 subject teachers have to sit together and talk about creating the best lesson plan that can suit the topic of both geography as well as science. I hope I'm able to connect something with you all. One of the most demanding thing right now is all the teachers to become computer teachers. Well, not literally, but back in those days, like 5 years back, if a computer teacher is there in the class, the maximum work that he or she used to do is either just take the pen drive, copy a question paper and give it back to you, or get the printout of the same, or maximum assemble the children in the assembly. Well, I have a cousin of mine who's a computer teacher. That's what he used to do. But right now, computer teachers are on demand. Well, the demand got increased because the necessity got increased. What I'm trying to tell you here is technology is not something which is supposed to be considered as a separate subject. It has to be there in as a part of everything, and only then your classroom engagement with the students is going to become much more effective. To know the basic nuances and the details of all these things, we don't have a particular platform on which you can learn everything. It needs to be structured properly, and that's what Super Teacher has done right now. So in Super Teacher training program, we have made a proper lesson plan. We have made a proper training structure wherein the teachers can learn all of these things with a particular agenda, with a particular structure, a strategy. Right after this particular training, you have a lot of scope to talk to the children. Well, you already do so and you already know that. But one extra thing that we would like to do here is, right after the training program, we would like to help all the teachers to attempt that Google certification exam with which you can get certified yourself. Google certification is not an easy thing, teachers. It's definitely going to require a lot of hard work. And don't worry, until you get the certificates, let me repeat and underline that, until you get the certificates, we will be there with you. It's like more of a course. It's more of a knowledge sharing rather than a course. So that's what I would like to tell. And just like the way we had our previous sessions, most of the teachers out there would have attempted along with us. Google certification is going to be dedicated to Google. Yes, let me share something else with you. This is going to get interesting to all of you. all the teachers out there, globally, we have got all the teachers out there from Singapore, we have people from France, we have people from Sri Lanka. I'm pretty sure that you all are tech savvy right now and ready to start off your own YouTube channel. Now, when we start off your YouTube channel, have you ever wondered, like, what is that requires for us to monetize that channel? Now, people start thinking of having a passive income from YouTube. So you keep on uploading videos over the period of time. You get 1,000 subscribers. Sheila ma'am becomes a celebrity. Sunit ma'am becomes, one person on demand. Kavita is like everybody's calling Kavita. Yeah, that's how it happens. Then Acharya is like, "Ye time pe mujhe ye nahi chahiye. I'm having some other work." For the first time, when you call a job offer, say that, "No, I'm not interested." Don't you think that's interesting? Well, why am I talking about all these things? We do not know most of the things that's present out there, and that's the reason we do not do it. If you are given with a platform where I tell you, "Sir, ye jagah hai, ma'am, ye jagah hai, this is the place where you're supposed to do so and so things to get whatever you want," that is the place that this training program talks about. So when I'm talking about Google Expeditions, it's not about the app. How do we use it? How do we exploit it? Let me show something else to you, teachers. You're going to definitely like this. But this time, I'm going to do on my mobile phone. So I quickly open my mobile phone and I'm sharing the screen. I hope everyone is able to see the mobile screen right now. Most of us would have come across this buzzword in the industry called as augmented reality and virtual reality. Expedition is all about a virtual tour. Now, I'm going to talk about that kind of a tour using the Expeditions app right now, and more about it little later. Now, most of you would have already used Expeditions, but let me just quickly open that for you. It looks something like this, and you can see that the home screen looks like this. Yeah. Now, if you're using a tab, if you're using an iPad, the experience is going to be much more vibrant, and the engagement with the children is going to be much more interesting. But that's fine. Mobile phone is also quite good. I'm using that. It's fine. Well, all you have to do is just scroll up and down and you get everything present over there. Now, what I'm trying to say here is, say for example, human anatomy. So I just would like to open this, and you have got something called as, VR 6 scenes download to view. The moment I click on download to view, you can see that it's getting downloaded over there. Yeah. And right after that, you have view in VR, and then guide. Now, when I click on view in VR, VR is actually that virtual reality box that we're talking about. You would have seen those videos where the students are having some kind of a box on their faces. They put the mobile phone inside that, and they get an experience as if they are there in that location. Now, I don't have a VR box. Let me click on view. This is how it actually looks like. And you can have a 3D imagery over here, and you can just zoom in, zoom out, whatever you want to do, you can actually talk about it. All these things could be arranged in your Google Classroom as well, and the students can directly access it on their mobile phone. The best part is you can have your own PowerPoint slide presentation using all the Google Expedition virtual reality elements. Let me just go down. You can see if it's about lungs, there is a little bit of information over here. I just go right a little bit. You have something related to respiratory system. Yeah, it's one and the same. It's just getting loaded. You can see that on all the different directions. I think these are the things that are present inside of lungs. I don't really know the name of these things. Then you have another structure. Probably biology teachers will be able to understand these things. And you can come. I'm sorry. Yeah. So you can keep scrolling on left and right, and you can get all these different structure and the organs present over here. When I come down, you can even see that there are certain questions present over here. Beginner question, name 3 parts of the respiratory system. You have got intermediate question, you've got advanced questions, and even you have some audios over here. The moment I click on that, the audio plays in the background. Alveoli. I got that. Shaheen, ma'am. Thank you so much. Then the trachea and the bronchi. I just click on the audio and it plays over there. I'm not able to share the audio right now. That's why you're not able to hear it, but you can actually. The nose, mouth, and sinuses. Let me go to the next one. We have air exchange over here. Yeah? Yes. Then again, the trachea. Right? So in this way, I can get into the complete details of human anatomy over here with respect to respiration as of now. Well, if anyone out there is looking out for any other content on another subject right now, so I would request you to please download Expeditions and look out for your subject. I'm pretty sure something has to be there already. Now, if I have to get into Mount Everest, I click on Mount Everest, just like the way we did that. download it, and it gets downloaded over there, and click on view in VR, and you can start getting it. Now, view in VR means view in virtual reality box, which is available on Amazon or Flipkart. You can directly download it. You have things here related to all the subjects. I saw the other day in one of the virtual reality class, a linear equation and a quadratic equation were compared to each other. It was shown as an augmented reality and things like that. So we can open that. Google Expedition also has an option of AR, augmented reality. And you just have to, I'm just randomly opening something. And here, this is again related to biology. Let me check with something else. How about corals? Social teachers have to be happy about it. So this is with respect to expeditions. We have got a lot of other things to be done, teachers. It's not just about expedition at all. The point here is Google has got so many features and tools and resources which are not so structured. So let me take few examples. My favorite destination is actually France. So I would like to take you to Eiffel Tower back again. So it will actually take us to that particular location, which can be added as part of your slide and shown to the students. So you can see that that's Eiffel Tower over there. You would have already seen this. Now let me just navigate it up and down, left and right. I can do that. So Google Earth will provide a seamless, integration with your topic, provided you use it to the best of your knowledge. To get all those things, you can either attend a lot of training programs or else you can join me. As simple as that. Let me just quickly drag and drop this for a virtual view. I think I can get on to Eiffel Tower as well. Am I going there? Yes. One second, it's getting loaded. You can see that you're right under that. Okay. So that's Eiffel Tower for you. I think most of you would have already seen this, but still, I wanted to show this to you. And if I really want to, navigate to a different location, I can just come back a little bit, and I can do that back again. So I just drag this guy and put it on a place, say for example here, and let's see how it looks like. And there inside the river. That's great. And that's the view of the Eiffel Tower. I hope you got the picture. Used Google Earth for mathematics. Did you ever think about it? The geometry of sustainable architecture. Again, it's for mathematics. So for the first time, Google Earth could be used on any type of subjects depending upon your requirement. It's all about a little bit of exploration and a little bit of lesson plan creation by your side. And for that, I'll help you in doing it. I would like to show you some games here, which was very, very interesting. And it's something related to quiz. Quiz, lakes of the world, museums of the world, food origin. There is something related to animal sounds. Some of you would have already heard it, but I really like this. I'm showing that again. So let's go. So the moment you click on a particular quiz, this is how it gets opened up, and you can actually play the quiz for the students. You can see different courses that are available. I'm not talking about the other courses right now. Don't worry about it. But yes, so here you click on courses. The moment you click on courses, on the right side, you'll get the Google Certified Educator program that we have started. And that could be used for you to get certified. You just have to come down and you have to click on enroll now or know more about it. You'll get the details of the complete certification. It's a proper 2 weeks program, a 12 hours program, and it's starting from 15th December as of now. It's working from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Tuesdays, Thursday, and Saturday. And this happens 2 times in 1 week. So if anybody is interested, you can please message us. Please call us or directly come here and start enrolling. You can click on contact me for us and we'll be there. So this is something related to this particular aspect. Now, if anybody would like to avail this today or tomorrow, I would like to request you to please go and make the payment. But during the payment option, you will have this option called as apply promo code and enter this code called as Super10, SUPER 10, numeral 10. Entering Super 10 will give you instantaneous 10% discount. And at the same time, if a school leader wants to avail this complete course for the school, please talk to us. We will have a much affordable price for you. And the best part is with respect to the school education in one go, we would help you set up a Google suite for education in your schools if it's required. Individual teachers can also participate, but at the same time, if a school wants to participate altogether, please look into the website or contact us directly. We will be able to help you with the best pricing and all. So that is with respect to something I wanted to tell you about the website. Now, finally, one last thing that I wanted to tell you during this workshop is right now about virtual tour. Heard about this, teachers? No? So there is another service by Google called as Google AR/VR. The website is arvr.google.com. So I would like to request you to please visit this website. And here again, you can create virtual tours and you can share it with the students. All you have to do is, the moment you get inside this, click on Get Started. The moment you click on Get Started, it will take you to a window like this. Either you can click on New Tour or you can click on Templates. So let me just close the other one. Now clicking on New Tour will give you an option of creating your own tour depending upon your topic. So if, say for example, I want to talk about Mughal Empire, and you can have a brief description about Mughal Empire, and then directly you can click on Create. The moment you click on Create, this is how the dialog box gets opened, and you can literally search for a place over here. Now once you click on the places over here, so it will actually take us to that location, and after taking you to that particular location, you can use this navigator. I hope everyone is able to see this navigator over here. You can drag and drop this guy wherever you want, and that becomes, add the scene. When you click on add the scene, that gets added onto your presentation. That becomes one component of it. So let me show you how it is done. You just drag and drop the doll right over here. Here we go. So you're there. I got the Taj Mahal. I always show this example, and I can click on add scene. So when a social teacher is talking about that, she can actually, or he can actually, talk about this monument by making sure the students are there in that location. So that's why add tour is a very, very good option. Either you can directly do it from Google Earth, or else you can come to arvr.google.com, where you can actually use this for putting it inside the VR box as well. Some people were actually asking about how do I actually use VR boxes. You can purchase VR boxes at 1,500 to 2,000 rupees, a very good quality ones, and that you can start using it. So this is like somewhere I can write Taj Mahal, and that gets added as one of the options. You can even have an audio out here. You can speak something, and you can see that there is an option called as add scene narration. This option is not there in Google Earth, so that's why I prefer Google AR/VR to be a better option. Even if you want to have any audio at the background, click on that, and you can add your own audio just by uploading the file. And this chapter would become like a fantastic video that you created. All you have to do is click on publish at the last. And okay, a cover photo is missing, so I have to go back and enter a cover photo as well. So once I put the cover photo, this thing will be ready. So you can look into few templates which is already existing. Looking at the templates, you will get a proper idea of how to create a chapter on arvr.google.com. So this is adding a tour. So that's what the children were talking about in that particular video. Now finally, I have got 7 new wonders. So I can simply click on publish. The moment I click on publish, visibility is public. I can click on publish again. Now the moment I do this, I get a link which I'm going to share on the chat right now. Okay, so I click on copy, and I go to chat, and I put it over here to everyone. I hope everybody is able to see this. So you can click on that link and it will take you to that particular location, and you can start exploring that particular chapter. So in this way, you can actually take the students on fantastic virtual field trips and rides. Yes, for the first time, you can create your own website. It's like arunimasur.com. The moment you create your website, you can publish your own papers over there. Like say for example, some students have attempted an exam on Google Forms, and that you want to publish the result on your website. You can ask your children to say that, students, please visit my website, and you get to know the results. The school notice board just got converted to your own website. I hope you're getting the picture, teachers. Yeah, so that's how it actually works, and we will be talking about all those things. And the icing on the cake, I should say that you will be getting certified by Google itself. So that's something which I wanted to talk about today, teachers. I hope the session was very informative. Right now, I would like to give you a small test, an exam, or not an exam.